Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the Dmarc reversal points indicator.
But before we do, if you have not watched my first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that right now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team, and as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down in the description below. You can also find a link to our Discord server, so that way we can all discuss testing indicators and building our trading system. And lastly, you can find a link below to TradingView. If you sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money using the link below.
Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the Dmarc reversal points indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 124 indicators. And out of those 124 indicators, 50 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you can take any one of those 50 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right, so today's indicator is the Dmarc reversal points indicator. This is a TradingView member created indicator. I believe they said that it's based off of Tom Demark's 9 indicator, I believe it is. Haven't played around with that yet, but maybe that's something we can give a shot. Also, it is based off of, I think they also said the Dmarc sequential indicator, which again we haven't tested, but maybe we can give that a shot at some point as well. So the setup on this is pretty simple. There's not a lot of visual cues to it. And as you can see, we have these tags for buy and sell. Pretty simple. And so the indicator just basically tells us when we should be buying or when we should be selling. I'm going to get rid of the bar color just because it's how I am. If you are struggling at all to keep up with us because you don't have access to TradingView, this seems to be one of the biggest challenges that I hear people comment, that they use the MT platform more exclusively, and that's absolutely fine. I obviously urge you to give TradingView a shot if you can access it. It is super cheap and a very, very awesome platform to do your trade analysis on. It costs you almost nothing. I believe you can even get a free account. I don't think I think there's a slight delay in price by like 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've had a basic account, and so don't quote me exactly on that. But the paid account, the one that I use, I think is around $30-$40 a month, and that really is, I mean, if you want to take trading seriously, then you really need to invest in good tools. And if you can't afford $40 a month to invest in your trading tools, then there might be a bigger issue there. And so first and foremost, I recommend that you get TradingView, and if you can't, if you use the MT platform exclusively, then it might be challenging for you to follow along with us because you might not be able to find these indicators for the MT platform. There are tons and tons of indicators out there for the MT platform, and so it's very likely that uh, it's very likely that these indicators exist for the MT platform, but might be under a different name, and then in some instances they might not exist at all. Or maybe you have an indicator that you want to create of your own. Say maybe you've went ahead and combined a few of these indicators and created a strategy around it that is doing really well. That is super awesome as well if you have, and maybe you want to build an indicator, an all-in-one specifically around that system. Then coding can be super challenging. In our Discord server, so Discord is a free site where we can have conversations in real time. It's basically just an open chat type website. And on our Discord, which you can find a link to it down below, you can go to our channel for indicator creation. And we have a few of our members on the Discord server who like to code and play around with creating indicators, and they might be able to help you out with coding an indicator. But I don't want to speak for them. They may not be able to, or they may not have the time to code an indicator for you or for everyone who's requested. And so as an alternative, I've also added pinned some links to some freelance contractors who do coding for not only TradingView, so they will do coding in PineScript, and I also linked to some freelancers who do coding for the MT platform. And so you can have them create an indicator for the MT platform. Like if you see an indicator here on TradingView that you like and you want it recreated for the MT platform, then they can code that out for you. They do it for a super reasonable price. And so if you are having any issues following along because of not having access to these indicators, then that is definitely a solution that can help solve your problem. So again, I urge that you join us on Discord, if nothing less than to just be a part of the group, the live chat, the discussion on trading. We have all kinds of discussions taking place there, pretty much everything around trading. And then, like I said as well, you have resources that will help you create indicators or pull an indicator from one platform to another, and so on. So hopefully that is helping everybody out to make sure that everybody can use the platform that they are interested in and still follow along and keep up with what we're doing here. So back to today's indicator. Like I said, it is a pretty simple setup. We have these flags here, these labels. When they say to sell, we sell. When they say to buy, we buy. And that's how we're going to be testing the indicator today. Not a whole lot of visual aspects to this indicator other than that. All right, so we get our first signal right there. That is a sell signal. Just play it out a little bit. Yep, that one did very well. Good, good. And it's interesting because this one is a pivot or a reversal point indicator, which is interesting because I don't know for sure because I haven't really dug into it, but I would guess that what it is doing is it is using points of points of support and resistance, kind of like when I do the price action analysis and I mark out specific areas like right here. It's probably using points of support and resistance to get an idea of where there should be or could be a reversal point in a price action. And so those indicators, those type of indicators are always really fascinating because they can really help. They can really help out when you are doing price action analysis. So here is the second one right there. Oop, I gotta turn these green. Green, not red. So that one was also a winning trade. Let's see, it's come down here, thrown another buy signal at us. All right, let's see what this one has done. Let's see, dropped out here. Did not stop us out there. See, we actually got take profit on that bar right there. So far so good on this one. There, through a sell. It's a little early to tell on this one, but there's something about this one that feels right. So I've never played around with this indicator before. This is the first time that I've pulled it up, first time that I've found it. Excuse me. So it is it's absolutely new to me, but something about it seems like it's, I don't know, just get these just after you've played with so many indicators for so long, you start to develop a little bit of a sense for when an indicator is giving signals at the best places. It's kind of hard to explain. It's just something that comes with just being involved in the market and just testing things out like this. This is one of the reasons why I test the indicators the way I do. I know there's definitely people out there who could code out strategies that you just click, just one click of the button, and it would tell me for the last 5 years how many wins and how many losses, the win-loss ratio, and the average drawdown, the average profit, and so on and so on and so on of indicators like this. But there is something about testing the indicators like this that really get you more involved with price action, more involved with how the markets move. It's something that just will really help to increase your overall knowledge of the functionality of the market, price action, how indicators work, how they feel, and so on. And so that's a big reason why I prefer to do a manual back testing of the indicators. And it's something that I've always liked to do. And so, all right, moving on here. See, I would not be surprised. We've had this really long push to the upside here. Looks like price action tried to stall out right here. Made one little push up here above that area. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we start to see price action starting to roll over. Let's see, it also was right in that area. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we start seeing price action starting to roll over. Like I said, we've had this really long push to the upside. Let's see what happens. Be nice if we got, yep, there it goes. Broke down below this level right here. It's now starting to create a little bit of a downward push here. Now let's see, we picked up a buy signal right there. That one definitely got us to take profits. To see what it does. Price action came down. Now it's pushing back up into this area right here, which was a lot of support and resistance here on the last one. It hasn't made a significant push downward, hasn't made a significant push upwards, just kind of flopped out, in both directions right here. Let's play it forward and get an idea of what it looks like it wants to do. All right, so we see that it's now come up and it's bounced off this area again. Looks like it's starting to reject it, giving a really big sell candle right there. And so this area right here seems to be of some significance. That's where it's kind of bounced along here recently. And so anytime you're mapping out support and resistance, you would do it the most recent areas first, multiple points of contact. And so it looks like it's wanting to reject this area, possibly come down and make it back down to at least this line right here. There's not a whole lot of confirmation in this, and so it's kind of a 50-50 chance at this point. We don't have confirmation from our indicator. We don't really have a lot of price action confirmation, and so we haven't had a real strong push in either direction, and so it's definitely kind of a gamble at this point, but it does seem to be giving signs that it wants to drop back down a little bit here. There we go. And so now it broke down below this area right here, and so that's a pretty good sign that it's going to want to start kind of ticking its way downwards a little bit more here. Like you can kind of see here, it already is. Let's play it out a little bit. And so we see this a lot. It breaks an area of support and resistance, and then it comes back to retest that area. And so an area of support now becomes an area of resistance on the upward side. And so see what happens here. Again, not a lot of price action confirmation. It's kind of hard to trade these moves here. I mean, you could set a order like right below there, that last lower low, and if it rejects this area, it comes down, breaks through there, then you could get a good trade out of it. But yeah, it's not a whole lot of confirmation happening there. Oh, see, it came down, and so reversed there at that point, actually broke back up above, and is now starting to just kind of twiddle along here. And this is the thing about price action, as I've said many times before. Price action in and of itself is not a great determining factor of what the price is going to do in the very near future. This is why you would use an indicator or a system as your main signal, whether you are going to take a trade, and then price action can confirm whether or not that is a good signal or a bad signal. So trading price action alone is definitely a risky proposition because just like this, when all things look like it is a good setup, often you will get faked out. So, all right, let's see what it's going to do now. It's coming back up to the ceiling right here, starting to reject it again. Still haven't got another signal from our indicator yet. It's now come down, popped back up into this area, is now starting to reject it again. Each time it does this, it's building up more and more pressure. Whether it's going to break down or it's going to break up is kind of the question. Right now, it's just trending sideways, not really wanting to move much. But you can see it's really respecting that ceiling. It keeps popping up, rejecting, popping up, rejecting. Of course, at this point, it does seem as though it is starting to kind of develop a wedge pattern here. And so I'll draw that out here. Let's see. Nope. And so we get a wedge pattern. Let me do it in blue because it'll be easier to see. Right there and across the top here. And so this is a wedge pattern. Some people call it a pennant. Some people call it, I guess you really wouldn't call it a flag because you need a pole for it to really be a flag. But this is a pattern that traders will look for, so it's slowly condensing itself upwards, squeezing itself tighter and tighter and tighter. And so at this point, if it broke up to the upside, then there's a very good chance that it's going to make some kind of a reasonable move upwards at this point. And so marked off here in the purple just as a entry point. And it's come up, it would have hit our entry. And this is where things can get super risky because came down, it hit our entry point, would have gotten us into the trade. Our stop would have been down here below this lower line, and that is 340 pips roughly to our stop. That is a very, very large stop that we had put in place. Now you see that it immediately turned around and came down really heavy before, see, finally making a break up, but then rejecting that area again. See if it can make any kind of significant move. At this point, it keeps rejecting this upper area, which I would be super concerned about if I was in this trade for the upside. It just really does not look like it wants to go up. There we go. It finally broke out. Made it to the upside. Let's see if it can make any kind of push. Nope, it just kind of stalled out. So gave a decent little move right there, but you definitely wouldn't have got a lot out of it. We were right in this area. So up here at the very top of this move, you are at 500 pips roughly. And so the stop was 340 pips. And so you can see how that is not a good that is not a good profit loss ratio that we have off there. That is really offset and could get you in a lot of trouble really quick. All right, so we are at the end of the year. I'm surprised we didn't get any more signals back here. I feel like we definitely would have gotten a couple, but apparently not. So yeah, let's count them out and see what we got out of this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we have 5 wins. And so definitely a winning indicator. Yeah, all in all, did pretty decent. Not bad at all. I wish it would have given us a little bit more trades back here. I feel like we missed a lot of opportunity. It's really strange that it it looks like it just stopped giving us signals back here. Wonder if there's a glitch in the replay function. I don't know, I'll play it out here a little bit faster. And oh, there we go, we picked up one right there. One right there. Yeah, it looks like maybe it just wasn't a good area throwing signals at the right time. So oddly enough, it went for an extended period of time without giving us any signals. But like I said, it seemed really decent, like it was giving us signals at really decent places. All in all, I liked it. It seemed like it was doing good. So yeah, we're going to put this one on the yes list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you